President Bashar al-Assad, during his meeting with the delegation of the Democratic Republic of North Korea, headed by Minister of Foreign Trade Ri Yong-nam, stressed the importance of consolidating the historical relations between Syria and the democratic North Korea. As these relations stem from the common destiny of both countries, a high turnout by Syrian voters who continue to cast their ballots successfully at the Syrian Embassy in Beirut. His Holiness Mar Ignatius from the Second Patriarch of Antioch and the Whole East is inaugurated as Supreme Head of the Syriac Orthodox Church in the world. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. President Bashar al-Assad, during his meeting with the delegation of the Democratic Republic of North Korea, headed by Minister of Foreign Trade Ri Yong-nam, stressed the importance of consolidating the historical relations between Syria and the democratic North Korea, as these relations stem from the common destiny of both countries, who were exposed for years to different forms of siege and pressures as a result of their rejection to all forms of hegemony, especially their firm commitment to national sovereignty and the independent decision-making in confronting colonial schemes which target the interests of the peoples of both countries. For his part, the Korean minister stressed that the Democratic Republic of North Korea firmly stands behind the Syrian people in their struggle against the unjust war launched against their country, pointing out that he realized, along with the members of the visiting delegation, that the Syrian people are capable of achieving victory and starting a reconstruction process for building a free and prosperous country. The Korean minister also expressed his country's support for holding the presidential elections in Syria, which will send a clear message to the whole world that Syria is a sovereign and independent state. Syrian citizens have made history yesterday by an unprecedented high turnout, especially in Lebanon, casting their ballots at the Syrian embassies in several capitals worldwide and showing full determination to exercise their constitutional right in the presidential election. Due to the high turnout, the High Judicial Committee for Elections extended voting time in all Syrian embassies, where elections were held by 5 hours on May 28th. Since 7 a.m., Syrian citizens in Lebanon today headed to their country's embassy for choosing a president they deem competent and capable of fulfilling their national aspirations. Several Lebanese sources reported that more than 300,000 Syrian citizens cast their ballots yesterday in a show of unprecedented national support for the country's national principles. Union of Syrian expatriates in Europe stressed that the presidential election process has been carried out according to schedule and the instructions issued by the Syrian Foreign Ministry. The union pointed out that the constitutional right for electing a president abroad, despite attempts to block by some European countries, have turned into national festivities. The union pointed out that many Syrians gathered in front of Syrian embassies in some European countries, which blocked the process, expressing solidarity with their homeland and support of the Syrian Arab Army. On the occasion of the 69th anniversary of the French aggression against the Syrian parliament building in Damascus, Minister of Interior Mohammed al-Sha'ar, accompanied by a number of high-ranking police officers, visited the Martyrs' Hall at the Council of Ministers and read verses of the Holy Quran for the peace of martyrs' souls who fell on the 29th of May. Minister al-Sha'ar met Parliament Speaker Mohammed Jihad al-Laham and exchanged views on the importance and greatness of such an occasion and the heroism shown by the Syrian soldiers guarding the Parliament building during that eventful day. Minister al-Sha'ar stressed that the sacrifices of Syrian policemen on the 29th of May 1945 paved the way for achieving Syria's full independence. He also praised the sacrifices of the Syrian Arab Army and police force in combating the international terrorism targeting the country. The ceremony of inaugurating His Holiness Patriarch Mar Ignatius Ephraim II, the Patriarch of Antioch and the whole East, as Supreme Head of the Syriac Orthodox Church in the whole world, in the presence of representative of President Bashar al-Assad, Minister of Presidential Affairs Mansour Azzam. The inauguration ceremony, which took place in Mar Butros and Boulos Cathedral in Der Mar Ephraim in Ma'aret Saidnaya, was also attended by State Minister for Environmental Affairs Nazira Sarkis and State Minister Joseph Swade, in addition to the Mufti of the Republic Ahmed Badruddin Hassoun, Patriarch Yohanna X Yazigi, the Patriarch of Antioch and the whole East for the Roman Orthodox Church, and other political and religious dignitaries. Patriarch Mar Ignatius Karim was born in Al-Qamishli in Al-Hasaka Governorate in 1965, and he was the Bishop of the Syriac Orthodox Church in the eastern region of the United States. Welcome back. In Daraa, units of the Syrian Arab Army killed a number of terrorists and destroyed their weapons and ammunition east of Bilal al-Habashi Mosque and the outskirts of Al Yarmouk School and Syriatel building in Daraa al-Balad. The Syrian Arab Army destroyed 2 cars and killed the terrorists inside them near Mansharet al-Hajar on Tafas Road. The Syrian Arab Army also eliminated more than 20 terrorists south of Sheikh Miskin area and Semlin town. Syrian Arab Army units also targeted terrorist gatherings in Al-Madaris area and Atman village, killing and wounding dozens of them. Finally, unofficial preliminary results in the Egyptian presidential elections in different Egyptian governorates showed a landslide victory for the candidate Abdel Fattah al-Sisi against his opponent Hamdin Sabbahi by winning 92% of the total votes against only 3% scored by his opponent Sabbahi. The results will be officially announced by the Supreme Election Committee before the 5th of next June. According to these results, al-Sisi won 23 million votes with a percentage of 92.9% out of 25 million eligible voters who cast their ballots, whereas his opponent Sabbahi won 2.9%. The ballots which were considered invalid totaled almost 1 million votes. With this, we end our news for today. Thank you for watching. For more details about Syria and the region and to view this bulletin again, you can always visit our website in English, syriaonline.sy. Now to latest business and market news with Karun Kürkcan, but after a short break.